Welcome back. Continuing our first chapter, today we're going to discuss graphing linear functions on a restricted domain. That means we're no longer necessarily going to have arrows in both directions, and we might not even have arrows at all. Let's take a look at this first example. We know that f of x is another name for y. It's just saying, hi, I'm a function. I've passed the vertical line test. We have y is equal to 3/4 x plus 2. We know that our y-intercept is 2 and that our slope is 3/4. So if I am going to graph that on my graph, I'm going to start at positive 2 on the y, and then we go up 3, right 4. Kind of run out of space there, so I'm going to go back to this 2 of our y-intercept and do the opposite. So we can go down 3 and left 4. Kind of run out of space there too. Where the restricted domain comes in is right here. This is saying that we can only draw our graph between positive 4 and negative 4. And so this line, this dot we made over here on the far left, is our negative 4. And the dot that we made on our far right is positive 4. The last thing that we need to check, these are both equal to. So we have no arrows and both points have closed circles because they're both equal to. Let's try another one. Again, a reminder that f of x is the same as y. I'm going to go ahead and put a negative 1 in front of that x there, minus 2. What that means is that my y-intercept is negative 2, and my slope is negative 1 over 1. So I will start with plotting points. We start with our y-intercept at negative 2, and then we go down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. Then we take a look before I draw anything at our inequality. This is saying that I can only draw my graph starting at x is positive 3. It also says that that x has to be an open circle because it's not equal to there. So that means we're starting our graph here and continuing it down. We have an arrow because there's no start and stop. This says I'm going from 3 all the way to positive infinity. So I have to come back with my eraser, and I can't have these other 3. And then I'll make sure that I have this open circle there at 3. And so that is my graph. Let's try another one. Remember, f of x is the same as y. And so we have y is equal to 1/2 x plus 2. That makes our y-intercept positive 2, and our slope is positive 1 over 2. All right, so I'm going to start at positive 2. I'm going to go up 1, right 2. Well, I've run out of space there, so I'm going to go back to my y-intercept at 2. And this time I'm going to go negative, negative, because a negative over a negative, right? Negative 1 over negative 2 is still positive 1/2. So negative is down, and the other negative is right. Down 1, right 2, or left 2, sorry. Down 1, left 2. Down 1, left 2. And I've run out of graph. Now I can come to my domain restriction. and I see that I have a closed circle at -6, and I have an open circle at +2. So I'm going to take this and make it a open circle. And I'm only going between those two. There's no infinity here, so I have no arrows. All right, this one, we have y is equal to 2/3 x minus 1. Our y-intercept is -1. And our slope is either +2 over +3, or again, you can make that negative over a negative, which is also a positive. So I'm going to start here at our y-intercept of -1. We go up 2, right 3. Run out of space here, so I'm going to come back to our y-intercept and go down to left 3. We need to check what we've got going on up here with our domain now. So our domain says I'm starting at +3. This means I have a closed circle. And then I'm going to -infinity. So that's an arrow at the other end. This is where we will pause for today. We'll come back to class tomorrow and work on some more. Thanks so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day.